Gotta change the code, let it go.
Niggas weak in the flesh, can't control their spirit. I'm tryna give you niggas game, but you don't wanna hear it. We outside in the streets where it ain't no fearing. He don't wanna kill a soul, only one I'm fearing. I tell myself every night I gotta stay on point. It's always lame niggas tryna hate on the joint. Bitch niggas really shouldn't even have no voice. All these people came together, we got exploited. I put the faith in the works, I don't talk, I show it. I'm tryna do it.
It's crazy. Let me get what you literally said in this book. So you gotta walk in the light, right? This is Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So Isaiah is saying right here, if they're not speaking according to exactly, I'm talking about exactly to the T of what this Bible is saying, then there's no truth in them. They have gone off and erred, and now they're creating their own different doctrines, right? You said another thing. You said you're supposed to teach your people, and you learn and you teach your people when you see them doing something bad, right? You correct them, right? Watch this. That's literally the law of God.
This is book of Sirach. Book of Sirach, chapter 42 and verse 1. Of these things be not thou ashamed, and accept no person to sin thereby.
Don't accept no person to sin thereby. Now you're going to go into the law real quick, and we're going to grab that precept that shows you that you have to, when you see when you see your brother or your sister going off, committing sin or doing something bad, you're going to be like, hold on, don't do that. Watch this.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
We're going to rebuke our neighbor, because just like you, right, if you got a family member on drugs, you're going to try to do everything in your power to get that family member off drugs, right? You're not going to sit here and say, oh, that's you, that's your problem. Because when people that think like that, that's the reason that our nation, as the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that's why we getting downtrodden the way we are. Because we have this selfish mindset of my long as I'm cool and my household is cool or my household is fine, everything is green. But when it's not like that, we have look at the streets, bro. Look at how our kids and everybody is growing up in our communities, bro. Is our community safe? When me and you go to the gas station, is we not think about the police?
All the time.
Is we not think about our own people?
Yeah, all the time.
Why does every day that we have to, me and you, have to live like that on a day-to-day basis?
Man, it's the way people grow now.
Right.
They don't understand the reality of what it is to be a man.
And that's real, bro. Our people don't know what it means to be a man, because we've been taught to be a man from this different type of lens. Being a man don't mean that you go kill people. Being a man don't mean that you go put your beautiful sisters and you go put them on a blade and you prostitute them. You get what I'm saying? That's not what a real man will do. A real man has morals and principles that he follows on a day in and day out basis. And he gonna always put God first. And with him putting God first, he put himself first, then he put his wife, then he put his kids, now his family and his friends, and it's a trickling down effect. You get what I'm saying? That's why people got this famous saying called what? Clean your household or clean your backyard first. Because once you clean your backyard, then you start to reach the man over there, the man over there, the man over there. And now when about time you done looked up, you got a whole community of people that feel exactly like you. And now all the gang banging and everything can come to a halt. Read.
Let's look at 2 Maccabees chapter 2, 1 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 64. Wherefore, ye my sons, be valiant and show yourselves men in the behalf of the law.
Show yourself man. And to show yourself a man, you got to be doing this law. That's literally the only way. If you want to be a man inside God's eyes, keep the law of God. You know what I'm saying? Read this.
For by it shall ye obtain glory.
By keeping of the law, you shall obtain glory. Don't you want the kingdom of heaven? Ain't that what we've been taught about since we was children? Ain't that what on all of our minds? At the end of the day, if you don't believe like me, your goal is to still get to heaven, right? So we need to somehow come together, and we have to put our doctrines and put them on face and say, hold on, this is right, this is not right. Let's come together, let's make it right so we can get home. Because the final destination is not to be living in America for 100 more years. Our final destination is to go home. We from Israel, bro. Our nation. You see these people right here on this side? These people right here, they God's chosen people. They called the Israelites. We fell off because of sin. Does sin run rampant in your community? All the time, right? Do we as ourselves have to try our best self to not fall into sin, right? But the only way to find that, we have to identify what sin is. Because give me Romans 6:23. Because this is the problem when it comes to the different doctrines of the Bible. If you're not talking about the law of God, then things get crazy. Because God say this when you commit sins.
Let's look at Romans chapter 6 and verse 23. For the wages of sin is death.
So for the wages of sin is death. If you got a job, right? When you go to work, every week or every 2 weeks you get a paycheck, right? Yep. And you get to see all the hours you done put in for those week or that 2 weeks, right? So this is the same thing with the Most High God. The Most High God, you have a tab right now. And you either can have a tab of sins or you can have a tab of glory. But that's on you. That's whatever you want to choose. You get what I'm saying? We choose, me and my brothers, we choose to live. We choose to get this law. You get what I'm saying? Because the law is the truth. Give me Baruch 4:1. We got to understand what life and death is when it's coming to these scriptures. Not what everybody's saying it is. Really out this Bible. They're Greek.
Look at Baruch chapter 4 verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever.
So that's one thing. If they say that you don't have to keep the law of God because Christ kept it, that's a lie. This book literally just said that the law endureth forever. What does forever mean? It's non-stop, right? All praise the Lord. So we got to keep the law forever. Read.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
If you keep the law of God, you shall come to life. What did I just say, brother? It just said that, right? Am I tripping? Let's read it one more time.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
It says, all they that keep the law of God, you shall come to life. Read.
But such as leave it,
but if you leave it,
shall die.
What?
Shall die.
So if you leave the law of God, you shall die. But if you keep the law of God, you shall live. That's right. So what should we do? Do we want to live or we want to die? We want to live, right? So now it's time to start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. It ain't not hard. You gotta just think of it like this. You play like sports. Hold on. You like you done worked out before, right? So working out, do you just go inside the weight room and able to lift the whole weight room that first day? It's a process, right? And that's the same way you got to think about these laws, statutes, and commandments. You find you somewhere, start easy, and then you work your way up. You work your way up, day after day, week after week. Then next time you look at it, you done conquered 200 sins or something. You know what I'm saying? But you got to put your mind to it because in Philippians 4:13, this is what Christ said. And we believe that we can do everything Christ has said, right? All right, watch this then.
It's the book of Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthened me.
So the moment you feel like you can't do it, the moment they say that you can't do it, the moment anybody's saying that this is not possible, Christ just saying that you can do it. The Bible said that you can do it. All you need is a faith of a mustard seed. It's maybe this small. Paul said it. But you need a faith of a mustard seed. This big. You can move a mouse. That's what Christ said. Yep. So if we can do that, that means at no given point, we just automatically accept defeat. Because the moment we accept defeat, the devil wins over us. And now, instead of the angels receiving that soul so they can have joy up in the heavens, ain't no joy. Now it's just pain. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You got any questions or anything, man?
All you gotta say, man, you gotta be a man with ability.
For sure.
Trick back, best believe. I appreciate you giving me the time, bro.
Now, I appreciate you for even coming over and talking to us, bro. We're not coming up here to be real super contentious. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to save lives out here. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to help our people regain who they truly are and come back to follow their God. Because once these people wake up, we get to go home, bro. Get to go home, bro. I want to go back to Israel, our land, me and your land, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native people land. That's our stuff. We're going to go back there eventually. And we're going to forever stay in this hellhole until we wake up and realize that we're the Israelites of the Bible. We need to keep the law of God. We need to love each other and stop hating each other and doing everything else. You know what I'm saying? That's why we out here. We ain't out here for nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for talking. You got any questions throughout the day while we here? Whether I'm talking to any of these other brothers, feel free, bro. Come over here and ask. You know what I'm saying? All praise the Lord, man. Thank you, man.
I've been in that mode for a minute. Gotta change the code, hit a pivot. Now I'm on, I ain't folding on the spirit. I'm like, hand down, man down. I've been in that mode for a minute. Gotta change the code, hit a pivot.